This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Nevin Webster. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing well. Just you caught me right when I'm trying to put my daughter down to bed, so she's just having her bath, and yeah, I'm doing well.
All right. Tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am in the interior of British Columbia in Canada. So where a lot of people think of rainforests, it's actually a temporal desert that I live in.
Are you serious?
Which is this area called Kamloops. Yeah.
All right. Well, do tell me which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
Oh man, I guess we met on Facebook, so it was one of the many Facebook groups that I invest time and energy and attention into to build relationships. So, though I can't tell you exactly which group we met in because I'm so active in so many.
I think it was Canadian Podcasters something, if I'm not mistaken.
Like Podcast Canada group?
Yes.
That's my group then. Cool, yes.
Yes. So I'm glad you're investing in your group.
Yes. I like podcast movement a lot. Hang out there. And there's a few other smaller podcasting groups that I hang out in, but usually it's other just niche communities of activities and hobbies I enjoy.
Yeah, I think you saw what I did on Instagram, and then you invited me to the group. I came across there. I thought it was really cool, and then yes, I did invite you. Yeah.
Yes. Also very active on Instagram. Very active. That's it's a 93% of influencer marketing was spent on Instagram last year. So I'm heavily invested into Instagram marketing right now.
Yeah, so tell us more about what you do, please.
I'm a podcaster is the way I like to describe myself. In reality, I am just like a weirdo with a cell phone who likes making content. And I work for myself. I worked for myself when I got fired from my last job. And I create a weekly podcast about my local town, but then I also help a variety of clients with different sales and marketing issues they have.
All right. Who did you learn those skills to be able to do that from?
A lot of trial and error, but I did go to school here in Kamloops. That's how I ended up in Kamloops, was to go to university. So I have a Bachelor of Tourism Management, majoring in entrepreneurship, minoring in marketing. And then I'm working at a newspaper. I worked at a startup selling cars online for 2 years. Became a sales manager there before eventually quitting because it just was too much. But but a lot of trial and error. I'm only 26, so
wow. Wow,
I got a lot to do.
Yeah, definitely. I think your headsets are rubbing possibly on your T-shirt. The mic part. It's okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have put you at 60 after you just blurted out what you've done in the space of time that someone usually does it. Why would you suggest other people do that, though? Like, have that opportunity to go through that many experiences?
Well, I guess for me, it's like I honestly can't envision myself past the age of 30, so I just have to pack everything in. But I don't know. I think if people are able to fulfill their capacity, why not? Right? If it's sustainable, why not try it? I've run 2 ultramarathons just because I wanted to prove I could. I don't know. I think it's just like a mindset just to go like, if I can do X, I can do Y. And if I can do Y, I can do Z. And just to keep on doing that because I just get bored too easily.
Well, that's intriguing. Well, tell me one other thing that you've done. Now, before we even do that, tell me the name of your podcast, please.
It's called Cameo with Nevin Webster, playing on the idea that I have guests who cameo from Kamloops, BC, my podcast. And another thing about me, well, I have a 9-month-old daughter, and whereas most people would expect, it's like the happiest day of your life, I somehow got like postpartum depression of some sort, like the guy version. So
Wow.
that's
Sorry
interesting.
to hear that.
Yeah.
Were you running
Uh,
while that was going on, or did you stop running and when she came?
I wasn't running for like a year before she even came. I just like stopped running. Just got too busy. But I've been thinking about running again recently. I tried to run Trail Running Canada's Facebook group, which is like an online magazine for trail running in Canada for a while, to kind of like trick myself into loving running. But it didn't really work. But it did in a way too. But it's now under new ownership, and so they're doing some cool stuff. So maybe they'll get me back out on the trails again and running. So we'll see.
Yeah. Sounds like fun. I know running definitely helps the mind get at ease and iron out those thoughts. But yeah, that should be intriguing. I do hope that your experience is able to help other people as you journey through that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I like to. I'm rather open with people on my podcast. It's kind of my only truly genuine reflection of who I am. Everything else online, right, is curated and stuff. So it means a lot that I open up, and the few people who listen in, right, it means a lot. So yeah.
That's wonderful. All right. Well, again, amazing audience. You're hearing it alive here from Nevin Webster. Nevin, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Nevin, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory. I have such a bad memory. Like, you don't even know. Like, I can't even remember what happened 3 hours ago. So maybe like pouring hot noodle soup on myself on one of my birthdays. That's a pretty early one.
How old do you think you were in that memory?
I would have been about 6. Yeah, we were camping. We were about to have cake. We had chicken noodle soup, and I poured the bowl on myself. And parents had to like strip me naked and put me underneath the tap in the middle of the campground to like get the boiling hot water off me or whatever. But yeah, I think that's that. And even that, I don't even know if that's like me in the memory. Maybe that was my little brother, and I'm just putting myself in. I don't even remember that. Yeah,
Why do you think this one pops out though?
The trauma of birthdays is, I think, a reoccurring theme in a lot of people's lives, and the fact that there's physical pain involved in it, it pops out.
How do you see that memory, if possible, connecting to who you are today?
Well, I guess like my family has gathered around me in this time of depression, when I am in pain and not doing well, and though they might not be in an ideal situation to help, aka the middle of a campground, they do what they can to help me, aka put me underneath the cold water to wash away the hot soup, if that's to complete the analogy. Yeah. Dude, that was eerie.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yeah, for sure.
So I would add that it's intriguing to see how your recording processes work, and that it is possible to change them, if you would. And that is recreating or memorizing experiences where the trauma is not the connection then, or the thing that is enlightening then. So it's going to be a challenge, but is very possible. So it's like creating moments where the joy is to a level that is past expectations, and then you find ways to trap that in your memory. If it's by writing it, today I had so much fun by doing this planned thing, la la la. But and then ensuring that family is in there as well to just support that.
Yeah, it gives me a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's just a quick hack, right? It's like a hack around the memory.
Yeah, no, totally. I like hacks. I like the idea of biohacking. I think we should all try and live to our maximum capacity at all times, and rather hard on my body in that regard too.
Yes. Yes. All right. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
12 years old. Like 12 years old, like I feel like I'm listening to the radio at that point, and it would be Eminem was on the radio around that time in Canada, which it was just an awesome time for radio.
What song comes to mind from Eminem?
The Real Slim Shady.
All right. Have you ever heard the Kumite Frog version of that?
No.
Yeah, check it out when you get it. Check it out.
Is that the meme where like the frog dances and
he's singing? Yeah, he's singing. I've never seen like a video for it, but I've heard the audio for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Sesame Street Comedy Frog, yeah, singing the Real Slim Shady, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. All right, my friend, well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Nevin, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, I have, actually. I found a few people I mentor.
Now, are you married?
I am married, yes.
Do you have children?
I have a daughter.
Do you believe in God?
I used to.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I certainly do, yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Do they get my full attention? No. But is the TV on? Yes.
All right. What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Oh, it's probably 8 hours a day, for sure.
All right. Nevin, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Nevin Webster, what would you say that is?
Boldly unscripted. To steal a motto from Kamloops here. That's the tourism motto, and I think that's kind of how I live my life.
Yeah, I love that the acronym says "Be You."
That's a good. Wow. All right, you're pulling out little tidbits all over the place.
Yeah, I love it. Well, Nevin, my friend, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, thank you so much for just reaching out to me. It means a lot that you managed to accommodate me.
Hey, this has been fun, my friend. Thanks for being here. Nevin Webster, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.